9th person to welcome you to Vermont Law School. As Dean Jefferson said, my name is Kyle Clauss. I'm the president of the Student Bar Association. Something you should know about me is that I'm a bit of a skeptic of sorts. I don't believe in ghosts, for example, even though I'm told that my house on North Windsor Street is deeply haunted. And when someone says everything happens for a reason, I tend to roll my eyes. But after a year at Vermont Law School, I'm starting to soften up. In fact, I'm actually starting to believe that we're called to this place. Let me explain. In May 1973, a young rocket scientist living in Lincoln, Massachusetts, got a call from a friend who had stumbled upon a half-page ad in the New York Times announcing the creation of a new law school, where else? In South Royalton, Vermont. The young rocket scientist, just 4 months out of law school, happened to know the town only because he had picked strawberries at his friend's place up on Howe Hill Road. He asked himself, what have I got to lose? And joined the faculty. And 4 decades later, half of you will have the unique pleasure, as I did, of learning contracts from Professor David Firestone. Take, for example, a member of our board of trustees who enrolled at VLS just a couple months after marrying his wife. Something about the campus felt peculiar to him, but he couldn't put his finger on it. Only later did he discover a photograph of his great-great-grandmother, a school teacher, standing beside her class outside of the South Royalton Schoolhouse, better known today as Debevoise Hall. You too have been called here. For some of you, that reason is abundantly clear. It animates everything you do. And for others, it may just have yet only manifested as an instinct that a mastery of the law is the only way forward. In the quietest moments, you can feel that reason flickering in your chest like a tiny flame. In moments of stress, and I hate to inform you, but there will be many, that flame may grow dim. My favorite composer, Gustav Mahler, once said, I am hitting my head against the walls, but the walls are giving way. I've never heard a better description of the law school experience than that. But you must never ever lose sight of that flame. You begin your legal education in deeply uncertain times of lawlessness, of corruption, of wanton cruelty, and an ever-widening gap between the haves and have-nots. Maybe you're like one of our 2 student trustees who quit his job at a takeout chicken restaurant after watching the inauguration and resolved to fight for a future that he believes in. I suspect you'll hear dozens of stories like his this week alone. Now, reading the news each morning may fill you with righteous anger, but what is to be done? The rigors of law school hardly permit you the time to eat and bathe, let alone rush to the barricades at a moment's notice. That's where the SBA comes in. Not only is it your student government, but a powerful vehicle for lasting change in your community. And like any other elected body, it is only what passionate, engaged participants make of it. Run for office, join a committee, or simply attend our meetings. We want thinkers and doers, dreamers and pragmatists, people just burning up with a desire to improve the world around them. If that sounds like you, I encourage you to get involved with the SBA. In closing, there hangs in the Chase Center a plaque bearing the words of its namesake, the late Dean Jonathan B. Chase. There is a spirit here, he said, a commitment to the idea of community, which is what brought many of us here in the first place. Academic excellence alone is not enough. I want all to feel affection for their time here. That feeling will ensure the future of Vermont Law School. The truth is, I know of no other place that can nourish the mind and the soul in equal parts, quite like this brave little school. Here at VLS, you will feed that flickering flame into a blazing torch so that you may carry it into the darkest, forgotten corners of society. We have a world to rebuild. And as I look around, I see precisely the lucky few fit for that task. Never ever forget, you have been called to this place. So how will you answer? Welcome to Vermont Law School.